So I was sat outside at like 2 a.m. this morning, just listening to Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties and drinking some sleepy tea. I'm signalling my mug as if this is sleepy tea. This is actually coffee. But for the sake of the story, it was sleepy tea, and I just sat outside, just feeling alive. You know, I mean, I was looking for the stars, but it's a very cloudy night, so I didn't see any. And then there was just this little cat. Little cat ran past, and I was like, "Hello, kitty," as it ran. And then it came back, and it just sat there in front of the. It didn't come in. It just sat in front of the gate and just stared at me. Just stared at me for ages. It was just like. Hello, cat. Cat. Hello, cat. Cat. Look at. Cat. Psst. Cat. Hello, cat. Hello. And every now and then it'd move a little bit, but it was just sat there. It was just sat there for ages. I was like, cat, what do you want? What do you want from me? Are you not gonna come here and say hello? So like. I think today has been a day of realizations. For example, I realised that I wasn't actually 100% happy working at insert name of popular media publication here. I'm very particular about my writing. Like, I feel like whenever I write something, like I have a very specific, like, writer's voice, as pretentious as that sounds. Whenever I write something, like, you can tell that I wrote that. And so, like, if it has my name on it, then I want to have written it. So I'm not particularly, like, thrilled by the idea of people editing my work. I mean, like, editing, fair enough, but changing it so that it doesn't sound like me anymore, which is kind of what happened at insert popular music publication. I was writing things and I was submitting them to be inspected, and then they were changed, and, like, they included words that I wouldn't have used, or, like, expressions or whatever, and I was like, this has my name on it. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. I enjoyed the perks of the job, and I enjoyed being somewhere respected and acknowledged within the industry. I wasn't too fussed about working for someone else who was then gonna change my writing but leave my name on it. So realistically, what I'm looking for is a way to get those perks without working for someone else. So that's one thing that I'm working on right now. Another thing I've realised is that, following on from yesterday's discussions, I'm kind of a person who's very much in two different places. Another Fun for Louis quote thing that got to me was about him never losing momentum, which I think is quite important. Some of the only times that I do things are when I, like, forcibly push myself out there and I do something really extreme, like I end up homeless in London for a week, or something to that effect. But the thing is, when I'm out there and I'm doing it, I'm fine. I've just got to keep going. I've got to, like, keep up that momentum. I'm like a shark. I have to keep the momentum going. I have to keep moving. Otherwise I just crash and burn. Not literally, but I die, not literally. Because there's the other side of me, which we were discussing yesterday, which doesn't do well. It wants to go out, but it doesn't. And I feel like my problem is that I'm a dreamer. You may say I'm a dreamer, but at least I'm not the only one. Oh dear, let's not go there. But I feel like I have all these big ideas and all these things that I want to do and all these things that I want to try. I feel like I need, like, the opposing part of me. Like, when I stayed at my friend Phil's, he, like, was the one who was like, let's do shit. Like, I wanted to cut my hair. He was like, we're gonna go do it. And he was like, Mum, we're gonna go cut his hair. And we went to the hairdresser and got my hair cut. Like, I'd been deliberating doing it for months. But, like, I was at Phil's, he was like, we're just gonna do it right now. And I kind of need that. Like, I feel like I need someone to kick me up the arse, not literally, but, like, well, maybe literally. Maybe that is what it takes. But I think I'm, like, the conceptualizer, the person with ideas and things that I want to do, and I need an opposing part who's the doer the big fat drug pusher. That was a Mean Girls reference. Don't take that out of context. They've been my thoughts today. Did a You Now thing yesterday. I wanted to do one of those today, but I didn't. But I did other things instead. It's been an interesting day. It's been a day of realizations, I've come to realise. I sat outside again today, but I didn't walk. I didn't go very far. I just sat in the garden. But it was the being outside part that is important, probably. It was the actual effort and I did it. I went out. Hope you're having a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Probably.